the elimination of kickoffs and onside kicks, and I got the elimination of kickoffs, but the elimination of onside kicks, I remember I called you up.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Which would you rather see? Would you rather see a hands team who you have not seen the whole game decide the entire fate of the game, or watching, let's just say out of left field, Tim Tebow on his own 35 going 4th and 10, and if he converts, they go for it?
So let me just
hot take fire emoji.
Hold on a minute. There's two things. There's two things right there. There's two things right there. So instead of an onside kick, it's one attempt at getting a first down from 10 yards away.
From your own 35.
From your own 35.
You lose it, you give it up.
You give it up. But if you make it, you get to keep the ball.
Correct.
That's instead of an onside kick.
I do love that idea.
That's what I'm saying the NFL should adopt. Because the NFL would love to get rid of kickoffs, I think, for the safety aspect.
Statistically, you have the exact same chance of converting a 4th and 15 as you do getting an onside kick. Mm-hmm. And so what we looked at is, think about the number of games that get decided by onside kicks, and it's boring. I mean, it's not an interesting play. You're putting a ton of pressure on a guy who hasn't been on the field basically at all, and then you're basically running a suicide play. I would much rather see it on the quarterback who it's been on and on the defense to actually stand up and do it. And then you get another drive. Like, that's what you're looking for, is you're looking for the 2-minute.
Sold. I love that idea, and I think the NFL should, pilot it for the NFL and do it. Now,
it'll be like the Sky Cam with the XFL.
That was exactly right. The Sky Cam, and also the Steady Cam.
That's right.
Running into the huddle.
And miking players.
The XFL did all of that.
Yeah.
And now we see that all the time. The NBC, your dad's Sunday Night Football package had an entire game on Thursday night shot from the Sky Cam. The Sky Cam.
Yeah. And now they have the 2 Sky Cams, so you high and low. You don't, yeah. No, I mean, look, here's the thing about the broadcast. The broadcast was effectively unchanged for 70 years. You had 3 cameras. You had it the 20, the 50, and the 20 up in the rafters, and it would just follow. And then they put the Sky Cam over XFL. I said the biggest mistake made it out of XFL was that NBC and WWE didn't take an ownership stake in Sky Cam, because it didn't exist, basically, right? It had been run. My dad had used it once in the 80s over an Orange Bowl, and other than that, it had never been used. And then the next season, Sky Cam was over every NFL game.
Well, before I let you go, I could not also help but notice the quarterback you just plucked out of thin air is the guy that you prefer to see take that 4th down play.
You mentioned the Mets, and it just immediately went to my head.
Tebow, would you want him in the league?
We want the best available players.
Would you want Tim Tebow in this league?
We want the best available players.
Hold on a second.
Is Tim not one of the best available players?
That is debatable, but in terms of name recognition,
I mean,
there is no better name you could have associated. Johnny Manziel, would you be interested in having him?
Yeah, we want quality talent. At the end of the day, here's the thing, right? What blows my mind is that you only have 18 gigs in the NFL, 1,800 positions, right, that are getting filled. Right. You got a lot of really good players that are sitting on the sidelines not getting reps. So we want to see them. And look, at the end of the day, we expect our players to live up to their discipline and all the other stuff. But at the end of the day, you want to put the best, most entertaining talent on the field to play good football. And, Spurrier said it best about Tebow. How great would it be to see 2 Florida Heisman Trophy winners on the field at the same time?
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.